All right. What's going on, everybody? Welcome. Oh, shit. All right. Sorry. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Platform News Extra. I am Danny, the host of the platform. We have Big Mike here. Say what's up, Big Mike. And we are talking Apex Legends. The game was just released today. I think they made an announcement during the Super Bowl that they're going to release this game and it's going to be free to play. Same developers from Titanfall. And, I honestly had a lot of negative shit to say because of some of the information that came out before it was, shown off. And when they were saying, like, it's no Titans and shit like that, I'm thinking, what the fuck? Because everybody was saying, like, the game is like a Titanfall game, but it's not actually. I mean, that was the big-ass misconception about what this game is. Let's go to, what I want to pull up is a little bit of your gameplay, and we could talk about it. So while we're watching the gameplay, or what's this? Oh, this is the trailer right here. Yep. So this is the official trailer right here and shit. And I'm gonna turn it up a little bit. So it's like 6 minutes. They show you like what the game is about. What type of gameplay can you expect from this game? Actually, me and Big Mike, we downloaded the game today and tested it out for ourselves, to kind of get a real gist, because you really can't tell from trailers and shit and hearsay. Because, hearsay led me to believe that this game was a Titanfall game, just BR. And that's literally nowhere near what this is. So, Big Mike, I'm going to let you go ahead, give us your kind of take on the game, what you got out of it, what you thought about it, and is this something that you'll keep playing?
And the tormented Wraith, who has learned to trust the voices in her head, a side effect of phasing between.
We got that established.
Even the most experienced legends must rely on their squad to achieve victory. We might best compliment Bangalore, a weapons expert and offensive powerhouse. Not your day, shooter. Is it the combat medic Lifeline, whose healing abilities and emergency supplies can tip the scales in her favor? Or is she better suited with Pathfinder, a scouting specialist, armed with a grappling hook and zip line? That was fun. Or should she take her chances with Caustic? This sociopath relishes the final moments of his victims as they fall prey to his toxic chemicals.
In the end, everything dies.
Located deep in the Outlands, Kings Canyon was once a rich, thriving territory with natural resources. The varied landscape offers a wide range of tactical challenges. Legends can easily find themselves fully exposed in the long sightlines of the Cascades and Shattered Forest. Got you. While the iconic Leviathan skeleton provides an epic backdrop in Skulltown.
I thought that was pretty dope too. During some of my gameplay sessions with it, I revived somebody, and somebody revived me, and it felt good to, like, not all is lost. I mean, the danger is still there. I mean, if you go to revive somebody, you just literally just wide open, for the kill when you go to revive somebody. But the give and take is when you do get somebody revived, guess what? Your team member is back. And, they'll come right the fuck back, and they'll be ready, available. You could throw them down a gun, pick that bitch up, and then boom, you got cover. Which I really, really like. I think the one thing that they're pushing with this particular BR is cooperation. I think a lot of BRs, just even from like Blackout, because I love Blackout and stuff like that, but I think the coordination aspect is kind of like just like a free-for-all. It's just like, okay, yeah, you may be on a team, but, you can really just go on your own and just do your own thing, and it doesn't really matter. You can still be the fucking deadliest motherfucker on the field, and it wouldn't really matter, wouldn't affect gameplay. But this does. Being coordinated is the difference between you having to revive somebody or you surviving past the fucking what do they call it? The circle, right? So whatever. But it's all the same shit. What, Big Mike? Can you tell me from your play what you didn't like? Was there something that you didn't like about the game? Yep, 60-man battle royale. Surprisingly, it's not 100-man, but I think maybe that they planned it that way. Maybe they don't want it to,
Thank you.
Right.
The competition is all about survival, but the true glory comes from a legend's style. As you climb higher in the ranks,
I don't know about years to come. You know what I'm saying? But maybe a year or two. If they push it and have those events, because I'm gonna tell you, the only way they can really stay in the game is do it like Fortnite. Constant events. You can't just have a BR. The BR has to have a purpose now, and I think that's good because that means it's not just mindless killing. There's a point to it. There's some sort of gratification. There's some sort of, gaining. That's the thing. You want to feel like you're gaining something. And that's the problem Overwatch has with me. It doesn't feel like you're gaining anything. You know what I'm saying? And, they're pushing the skins. It's definitely got they got the skins popping just like motherfucking Fortnite and shit. You know what I'm saying? They got it popping. One thing go. Mm-hmm. Yeah. They have their own finisher, depending on, and it depends on their positioning too. Certain finishers will have kind of an alternate animation depending on where they're at. So that to me is some good attention to detail and some care at least. Let me go ahead and take this down. They did. It actually, and like I said, I talk so much shit about it because I let people, and see, this is why you don't let people dictate what you may like, because everybody was saying, at least the quote unquote insiders were saying that it's like Titanfall but without the mechs. That's not actually. It reminds me more of like Blackout. Actually, it's like Blackout mixed with maybe Fortnite, kinda. What's going on? What's going on, Dave? Yeah, it did, didn't it? It really did have that. I was surprised how much I liked it. Honestly, I mean, especially on what up, Terry? I liked it. I honestly liked it. Did I absolutely love it and think it was like the next fucking thing? I don't know. Maybe I need to put a little more time into it. But this is what I will say. I love how they're trying to change the way a BR is played. It's definitely team based. You can't, if your team isn't coordinated and stick to the plan or stick together, you're fucked. You know what I'm saying? You are fucked. And there's not really you can't really hide in this game either. I know Terry hates when you can fucking camp in the game. You can't. This game ain't really about camping. Yeah. This game ain't really about camping. This one is more of like a coordinated effort. which is hard to find. Shooting is definitely very, very tight, but that comes from the Titanfall pedigree. You know, and I know Terry got triggered with Titanfall, but, you know. I think the shooting is great. Oh, you can't hear Mike? Rip. Hold on. How is it on me? Hold on. Say something, Mike. Okay. Say something, Mike.
Testing. 1, 2, 3.
Can you hear him now?
Mike muted.
Still muted? How? How, Sway?
Danny failed. Okay, now he faded. I got that fade going on.
Oh, shit, you got that fade. What about now?
I don't know. What about now? Remember, Terry, this Saturday, take a life from Danny.
Nope. All right,
Much
there we
better.
go. All right.
A little more, she said. A little more.
A little more? Fuck him. All right. What about now?
Dave says it sounds good. See what Terry says. Perfect.
Bet. All right. So, yeah. So then fuck. Damn, Mike, we have to go. I might want to take a life from my ass right now. Shit. Damn, you have to go over your whole fucking impressions again. Hold on. Shit. No, I'm talking about I lost a life. I lost it. Oh, fuck. All right, well, Mike, let's rewind. Let's rewind. What was your fucking take on Apex Legends?
What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Big Mike here. We're doing a rewind because Danny failed.
Rewind. And I got fucking
Exposed.
Right, go ahead.
Exactly. My take on the game is it's a battle royale game that takes place in the Titanfall universe without the mechs. It comes from the developers Respawn and published by Electronic Arts, EA. I know we all don't like EA that much.
Oh, you know, I did have. Remember, I asked you what was one thing you didn't like, and I'll tell you what I didn't like. So, but go ahead.
But after me playing it for 3 hours with a few of my friends, the game is really fluid. It has tight gun control. You can't hide. And what else? Oh, you fly in as a squad. It's you and 2 other people, and there is jump masters. Whoever is the leader, it will tell you are the jump master, or it will tell you the random person is the jump master. Once that person hits the jump, all 3 of you jump together. This is a very team-based game.
It is, and I love how that you can like pick like a jump location, like you were saying, and you can just all you guys can agree on it, and you will launch at the same time, and you'll head to that same location. So it's not, that was kind of one thing with like I would probably say Fortnite. When you jump out together, you gotta kind of just hope you make it together.
Yes.
This takes that out because, see, I think they're really pushing that team aspect. It's not like you just king of the hill and shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's more like, can you fucking make it? And if you don't, is your peeps good enough to coordinate an effort to bring you back? Right. So, you know what, Terry? I'm not gonna lie. I want to talk about Anthem tonight too because I got a bone to pick with Anthem. It's a small gripe, but it has nothing to do with the game itself. I think it's more so with EA. But you'll love the trigger that I have right now.
And like I said, it's free to play. Anybody can jump in. You get it on PC through Origin Store. I don't know if you can get it on Steam. Can you?
Not on Steam. It's on Origin. It's on EA Access. It's on Xbox, right? And
yeah, it's on Xbox.
PS4.
Yep, PS4.
And it's totally free. You can download it. It's not big at all. I think it's only like 15 or 20 gig or something like that.
Yeah, I had it downloaded within at least 30 minutes. I think.
It took me about 10 minutes to get it, but you know my internet
I've been
better than yours.
sure.
I get a gig down, so.
Oh, so I don't have a gig. I got 300
Well, I do.
down.
No, 300
I'm happy
down's
with
good
that.
though. Yeah, 300 down's great. Now, if we can get you a real PC, then you'll be like a better man.
All right, I'll be a better man. I'll become Big Mike the whole man.
The complete man. You know
There
what
you
I'm saying?
go. Better than Brandon.
You're right.
Better than Brandon.
Brandon just made it the whole man. His evolution is still infant, you know. But you know what? Like I said, I must say, Apex Legends is good. I mean, I'm trying to. I have one gripe, like I said, and I have one gripe with Anthem, and you know what? I might as well get right into that. Let me let me do this. Let me give you my gripe about Apex, and then we'll go into Anthem because Big Mike doesn't know I wanted to talk about this, but he'll probably be triggered once I pull it up. But first thing about Apex. Everything is good, but what I did notice, and I know it's a free-to-play game and shit, but, you know, loot boxes. Loot boxes is a thing in this game. So don't go into it thinking it's going to be like Fortnite, because, you know, I think Fortnite handles their microtransactions pretty well. So does Warframe, because they don't have loot boxes. Everything that you can get is exact. You know what I'm saying? There's never a chance of. You know, you go to Fortnite, you see that you go to the store and you see an outfit and you want to buy it. You don't have a chance to get it. You can actually just buy it. They give you the they give you the price of it and you get it. You know, plain and simple. But with fucking Apex Legends, guess what? They tell you that there's a rare and 2 commons in that bitch, but you don't know what the fuck you getting. You know, I've already got 2 free loot boxes because they give you free ones too. But let me say this: I also got 1,000 of them credits because I have Origin Access. So if you're an Origin Access user, you'll automatically get 1,000 of them credits. So what I did was I bought a character. Which is good that the characters are not in the fucking loot boxes. So I bought the one dude who can make himself a double. He has a decoy body. And I bought him and shit. And I bought a loot box. Yes, I did. Fuck y'all. And but it was with the credit. I didn't buy it. It was just, they gave me those credits because of Origin Access. And I just fuck it. I said shit, free credits. I'm gonna spend it up. And I got a loot box, and I got a rare skin for a character I currently don't have. And so think how shitty that is already. And I also got a rare skin, not from the drop, but from the loot box, but I got a rare skin from Origin Access as well. He said that, and I got a gold plated skin for one of the guns and shit, which is kind of cool, but. EA wants that motherfucking money. And loot boxes is very prevalent. All right, Big Mike, let me pull this up for everybody here and shit so they can see it. Because I want to do, here's my thing about Anthem, and I want to talk about Anthem. I want to talk about this fucking chart that Anthem has that just triggers me to no end, and this is probably Dave's final round too.
Okay.
I don't know what the fuck Mike's doing. Mike is masturbating on the keyboard. I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
Typing a message out. I'm typing a message out.
You know, he need a wet nap or something, dude.
Nah.
He said, nah. Okay, so let me go to...
I was on my keyboard, Terry.
All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Okay, so here's this shit. All right, everybody, here is my big gripe about Anthem. Look at this.
You know, this is funny. Before you go into this,
yes,
me and Tony Polanco, shout out to Throwdown, we're discussing this. What you're about to pop up here.
Yeah, this is triggering right here, and and listen, You know, this is extra triggering. Extra triggering.
And how sway?
How sway? How?
Yeah, how?
Anthem? Anthem? The game that beats Destiny, but Destiny can't beat the game? Anthem? Yes. Anthem. Look at just Big Mike, just looking at this. Can you tell when the fucking game comes out, dude? Like,
Yeah.
I know, but like, just first glance, look at this chart, dude. Look at this fucking chart.
Exactly. See, you're going right where Tony Polanco is. He goes,
Hey, shouts out to Tony. Like I said,
he's like, can someone tell me when this fucking game comes out? I said, it's not
dude, look. Okay. So February 1st is the demo. All right. So everybody had access to the demo.
Right.
And then it literally said, fuck everybody on the 15th except Origin Access Premier PC players. Now, Granted, I fall into this checkmark because I do have Premier, but I bought the game. So they said that if you bought the game and you're a Premier Access customer, not only do you get the game, but you get the Legion of the Dawn edition, which I find pretty fucking dope. I mean, so that means they kind of just gave it to me and shit for having it pre-ordered. Right. But still, okay. So Origin Access PC, right?
Right.
And then also on the 15th, if you've pre-ordered it now, so this is where it gets triggered. If you pre-ordered the game, say you pre-ordered the Legion of the Dawn edition, you still can't play it early.
That's a lie.
You cannot play it early, dude.
Hold on.
If you buy the Legion of the Dawn edition, not the Origin Access, the Legion of the Dawn edition, you just pre-ordered it. You can't play it on the 15th.
Okay.
What are you doing?
I was looking at something because I was pretty sure I looked at Legion Dawn. I had early access.
Yeah, early access for Origin Access Premier customers. Yeah, only people who can play it early is dudes on PC. Now, granted, hashtag PC, I'm a PC player. But that's still not right, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, just because I benefit from that shit, that does not make it right, man. So also on the 15th, now you can get it 10 hours. Now, if you've pre-ordered I think it's Legion of the Dawn edition, you get a 10-hour trial. No, actually, I'm sorry. EA Access and Origin Access on Xbox One and PC. If you have that on your console, you can play 10 hours of the game on the 15th.
Now,
but what the fuck is...
Now, the only 10 hours is either PC or Xbox. Because Xbox has EA Access also.
That's what I said. Origin Access Basic or EA Access on Xbox.
Right.
So if you have EA Access on Xbox, you can play the
Frozen? Welcome to the stream, man.
What up, Frozen? I know you hate this shit, man. I know you hate it, man. I know you hate it, dude. I'm sorry, Frozen, bro. I'm sorry, man. Listen, the game is great. So far, there has been some things that I disagree with as far as business practices go. Because business practices can tarnish a game. I agree with you, Frozen. I know EA is literally the most disloyal, untrustworthy company out there. It really is. It really is. I know you have to be careful. I'll give you this, Frozen. You can even hold me to it, and I'll let you take 2 of my lives. If the game is dead in 3 months, you can come in the show and you can take those 2 lives away from me at any point in the show while you're watching. You can cash them in. That's if it's dead in 3 months. Now that's our bet between me and you, Frozen.
It's like me and you, Frozen.
Me and you. Clip it, Frozen, save it, record it on your phone. You know what I'm saying? But I can tell you, me and Terry will keep it alive for the next 3 months. You know, fuck you, Terry.
Until
Go
they
ahead.
shut the servers off.
Right, you shut the servers down, be mad as fuck. But no, listen. It's not going to be dead in 3 months. Now, maybe a year, possibly. But 3 months? No, it's gonna. I think it's got a good year in it before it starts failing. But like I'm saying, back to this chart, and I know Frozen, you can agree with me on this. This chart is fucking terrible. What you say? Oh yeah, PSA Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order game will not be coming out this holiday. But they always seem like they're constantly fucking delaying Star Wars games, except Battlefront Cash Grab 2. But look at this shit. Okay, so at EA Xbox One owners, if you got EA access on Xbox One, guess what? You get to play 10 hours of it on the 15th. But what happens if you're a dedicated player? I mean, usually games like this, like Destiny and Warframe and all these other kind of like looter shooters, 10 hours is like a day. You know what I'm saying? Like literally, they'll streamers that pull this off in no time.
Oh yeah.
10 hours. And also if you have basic, so if you're subscribing to the lowest tier of Origin Access, they'll let you do 10 hours for free. And I think they did similar to that with Mass Effect Andromeda. Mass Effect Andromeda, if you had Origin Access on PC, you could play for 10 hours. So it's very, very similar. But I mean, what? So you mean to tell me even if I'm subscribing to your basic model, I don't get access to the full game to literally on the 22nd? What? And look at this. PlayStation literally got fucked in this deal here. It's like you can't access it on the 15th. You can't access it on early access. You can't access it. You gotta literally, PlayStation dudes gotta wait till February 22nd to play the game, which tells me that the game is finished. It's not you buying you're buying a beta and then full release. It's not that. What they're telling you is the game is finished. We will let people, literally only PC dudes or Xbox dudes with EA access the game on February 15th. Everybody else has to wait to the 22nd. And
you're right. I just look.
Yeah, see? I told you, dude. This is the most convoluted release I've ever seen in my life. Like, I don't understand why PlayStation dudes gotta wait. I still don't understand. What it should be is if you pre-ordered the game, you should be able to get into it on February 15th. You know what I'm saying? Like you should be able, if you pre-order, let's just say Legion of the Dawn. If you pre-order the standard edition, of course you got to wait till 22nd, but you get the perks. But if you pre-order Legion of the Dawn edition, they should say, okay, not only do you get the perks, but you get the early access. You know what I'm saying? And then also give it to Origin Access Premier customers and all, and it would be great. Because then that's the incentive for people to go, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to get it on my game, system of choice. I'm going to get it on PlayStation. I'm going to get it on PC. I'm going to get it on Xbox and get started on the 15th. But that's not the fucking case. And I feel like it's just bad business practices. What you think, Big Mike?
I'm adding this chart to my final round. This is about my topic. But now I'm using it now.
Oh, shit.
See, now you got more trigger. You got Dave more triggered. What do I think? Well, after done looking this and reading this, that's some Tom fuckery right there going on.
There's some Tom fuckery. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said I had a kind of a bone to pick with Anthem. You know what I'm saying? First of all, EA, you're failing. I should say not failing. EA, you're still doing the dumb shit.
and see, it makes me also think now, since they have published, Apex Legends, and next month they were supposed to be getting Battlefield 5 Battle Royale next month, and now this also within this month. That sounds like a lot on the plate, to keep everything going.
True. Frozen. Hashtag PC. I'm telling you here, I will say this, and I'm not trying to fanboy about it. I try to keep my fanboyism at an all-time low.
I heard
but
the same thing.
I know. But listen, you got to understand. I think Anthem is best played on PC. Honestly, you get the frame rates, you get the very, very high production resolution. You get the sounds are like super crisp on PC. You can even ask Cool Cat Terry. She will tell you that it looks like, it's kind of like dog shit. It's jaggy. It's like, I don't know, but this type of caliber of game, you got to have some power behind it to push what's going on, and I think they kind of forced it. But I feel them, you got to get that money, and, as long as it plays well. But that 30 FPS, I'm with you, Frozen, bro. You know what? I ran on Ultra. I ran everything on Ultra except lighting. Lighting, I ran it on high, and I was able to get a constant 60 to 70 frames. Yes, and the demo is also an 8-month-old build. That's true, Terry. It's not the actual game itself. What they did was they just kind of updated some things in the demo, but that wasn't the final build. But here's the thing. I'm with you, Frozen. Who trusts EA? You know what I'm saying? Can you really trust EA for them to say, we got the customer's interest at heart? I don't fucking think so. I think the servers is going to be fucking throwing up blood up in this bitch that first day. It is. And I don't think they understand. And a lot of people, they don't want to get it just because it's EA and shit like that. But you got tons of people who, after playing the demo, thought, wow, this game is actually good. But, what's up with the business practices? So they still willing to give it a chance. If it isn't ugly, if the business practices aren't ugly. But looking at this chart, here's part one of the fugliness. You know what I'm saying? Here is part one of it. The staggered, shitty-ass release. PC players on the 15th, full game. Xbox players, 10 hours of the game. And then the 22nd, everybody else. It's just atrocious. It really is fucking atrocious. A big publisher studio needs to get shut down to give these corporations a wake-up call for all these shady practices. Frozen, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, man. Somebody has to be the fucking, made the example of. And I think EA would be perfect because EA, even though I love this game and I really want to fucking play it, if they get taken down by the Federal Trade Commission or something like that for bad practices, I would be sad that I can't play the game. But then I would also feel like there was a victory for us, the consumer, the gamer, that has to put up with this shit. The game is awesome, but the server issues. Yeah, Dave, man, I'm with you on that, bro, man. Server issues was the only problem I had. And I think Terry had some sound issues. But like that first demo part 1, and I don't know if you had problems, Big Mike, but demo part 1, I literally was flawless, except I couldn't get into it the first 2 hours because they had a massive problem. But once they corrected that issue, it was flawless for me.
I only had
go
problems
ahead.
during the. I only had problems during the VIP demo. Yeah, it was like overloaded and everything. But
yeah, VIP demo was because all them friend codes, man. Everybody's friend codes worked, but the person who actually gave out the friend codes couldn't get in that bitch, which was just weird ass issue.
But when I did the open, I had no problems whatsoever.
Now, open demo, I crashed a lot. I probably crashed maybe, well, not necessarily a lot, but I did crash twice in my 2-3 hour play session that first time I cut it on. And then the second time, me and Terry was running it, and we had sound issues. It didn't really crash, but I had to restart the game because the sound was just like gone. It just dis-a-fucking-peered. Frozen. BioWare should go to Microsoft, and DICE can go to Ubisoft sports titles. And Ubisoft sports titles can go to Activision. Man, Activision is also shady, man. You know, it's hard for me to support Activision too because they are also loot boxy. They're right up. They support EA's garbage. And do I want any sports titles? I want football. I want the football license to be over with for EA. I want that shit. What I want is, okay, you can make the game, but it's not exclusive to EA. Anybody can make an NFL game. Then I may jump back into it. Because I have Origin Access, and guess what? I didn't even install Madden. Because I feel like I don't want to play Madden. You know what I'm saying? I want somebody else to take the helm of football and breathe some life into that shit. Activision is super shady. Yeah, Activision is definitely shady. It's terribly shady.
You won't see an NFL game. Not from anybody else.
No.
EA owns the rights to the NFL.
Yes, EA owns exclusive rights. Terry, I miss NFL Game Day. Hell yeah, Terry.
I like
NFL Game Day was dope. What is it? NFL 2K, NFL 2K, NFL 2K3.
Yep.
ESPN. Remember ESPN football? That shit was dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Dope as fuck, man.
It's the same reason why you won't see NFL Blitz.
And NFL Blitz was my shit. I think that was my number one favorite football game.
Anything with NFL on it, like in the game, you won't see like NFL Blitz, NFL Backyard Football. I remember that game even.
Let's see, Mike. Folks, damage controlling Xbox Live like hell on Twitter because it's going to the Switch. Hey, I saw that. I thought I was being trolled like a motherfucker when I saw that shit about Xbox Live coming to Switch. I said, nope, that's bait. But it wasn't. It's about to be an actual fucking thing. Xbox Live on Switch. Like, I don't even understand. All
I'm hoping for, if it goes to, I mean, not if, I know it's going to the Switch now. It's going to the Switch,
iOS,
yep. Android, and like I said, if it's going all to that, the only thing I want them to bring to Switch is a better party chat system. We won't see. I'll calm everybody down here. We will not see any Xbox exclusives on the Switch, and you guys won't see any Nintendo exclusives on the Xbox.
Absolutely not. But here. Well, I don't know about Lost Odyssey, even though I love that game, Frozen. Lost Odyssey is one of my favorite RPGs. It was so fucking underrated. And Blue Dragon, I fairly enjoyed. I think I liked Lost Odyssey a little better, but I did like Blue Dragon. But I don't know. Is that going to be available? Is that a title that will be available for Switch? Or is it just a? I think what they're trying to do is bridge the gap with crossplay. I think Xbox is what they're trying to do. Is they're trying to say, you know what, we're gonna box motherfuckers out. And
right now, Frozen's trolling. Yeah, that's why he did that smiley face.
I know he's trolling the shit out of me, man. I'm gonna say, man, there's no way, bro. No way. Because honestly, man, if that was a thing, I would fucking play Lost Odyssey again on my Switch. If that was a real thing. If that was a real thing, I would actually support that. But it's definitely kind of a... If they do offer shit like that, that will be a detriment to Xbox. Because what's the point? I could just get Xbox Live on my Switch and be good to go.
Right.
So, if those sweaty-ass dudes on Twitter, man, look, Frozen. Don't let those dudes get you, man. Those dudes are so moist when it comes to Xbox, man. Anything that looks to appear to be a detriment. Look at Crackdown 3 right now. Crackdown 3's hype is literally at an all-time low. Everybody who saw the premiere of the multiplayer yawned in unison. We all yawned. Like, what the fuck is this shit? So it's just... He wants Game Pass everywhere. Well, look, if Phil wants to push that narrative and say, you know what, you want Xbox on the go? Well, we're not developing a system, but we'll let you do it on the Switch. Shit, I might support it. It just depends on like what, is it pricing? Do I pay per game? Is it a subscription fee? What the fuck? Because you never know. Microsoft greedy too. Yeah, Dave. Yeah, man. Look, man. It's a wild, wild west out here in the gaming world right now. It's wild out here right now, man. Anthem has got some shady release schedules. Microsoft on Nintendo. Soulja Boy console. It's Wild West out here, man. Nintendo cross Microsoft. That would be a dope-ass fighting game, too. Actually, maybe not, because, like, who would represent Microsoft? Lucky Tales? You think he would be in a fighting game? That motherfucker would get wrecked.
Dude, and the other thing I thought was pretty interesting, since we're doing, like, this news gaming break, is the whole Sony patent for the backwards compatibility. Dude,
compatibility. I know it's hard for you to say it. I know it's hard. I know it's hard. All right, so
dude, that's like super exciting. You know what? Because they said it's going to go far as back to PS2.
Listen, hold on, Frozen. They need They need help to extend our hand to them and pick them up off the ground and carry them. Well. Frozen. You trying to pull me into a space? I see what you're doing, man. It's about to be super long because of the story, Danny. Because of this story, Danny. My final round was about something else, but you just triggered me. Yeah, dude. Listen, this.
Danny, you gotta quit triggering your brother over here.
I know. I'm
you got to get a heart attack.
Terry triggered right now. Frozen's triggered right now. Dave's triggered right now. You know what I'm saying? And listen, I'm triggered right now. And I actually like the game. I actually love the game. I put in just in the demo, I probably put in about 12 hours. You know what I'm saying? And that was just some bullshit.
That's weak.
That's why I said it's some bullshit. But look, if I was think about it. I put 12 hours into the demo.
I'm calm, actually. See? He's
look,
lying about you.
Something but sucks ass, but still. But listen, think about it. In the open demo, I got 10 to 12 hours in, right? If I was on EA Access Xbox One, my time would be over with until fucking February 22nd. That triggers me. And if I'm on PlayStation 4, rip, you just gotta wait to the 22nd no matter what the fuck you did. You can have whole access, you know what I'm saying, and still have to wait to the 22nd. I don't know why they did that with PlayStation. Maybe PlayStation was like, fuck this game. I don't know. Maybe Xbox put some extra in, or Microsoft put some extra in. I don't know. But they're fucking PlayStation guys over, and that's some unfair ass shit. It's even unfair for the 10-hour trial. You know, who the fuck you think you are? I paid for this shit. I'm subscribing to your shitty ass access. And now I can only play 10 hours of the full game.
It is like...
You said PC's coughing up blood. Yeah, whole access, David. You heard the news about Grand Blue Fantasy Platinum Games is no longer involved. What? Hold on. I was super hype about that game. That looks like a dope-ass RPG. Who took over the helm of it?
Oh, shit.
Without Platinum, that combat is going to be trash. Frozen. Link me. I don't know if you follow me on Facebook or Twitter, man. I know you follow the Twitter page for Platform. Link me, bro. Tag me. But, Anthem is kind of intensive, but, hashtag PC, I did upgrade. Except Terry's PC should be able to handle it no problem. Me and her are going to get together, and I'm going to try to help her out and see if I can find that hidden process, because her PC should not be coughing up blood playing Anthem at all. She has a monster. So she got a 1080 and fucking Core i7 with fucking hella RAM, 32 gigs of RAM and shit. That's Killer. Yeah, Frozen, man, tag me, bro. Man, just tag me, man. I want to check that shit out because Grand Blue Fantasy, I absolutely was keeping my eye on. That was always on my radar for sure.
Well, hold on. The way I'm reading this, it's just a mobile game.
No, Grand Blue Fantasy is not mobile. Grand Blue Fantasy is it's a full-fledged PS4 RPG. I think it's a PS4 exclusive. Or it may not be exclusive anymore. Is it still exclusive?
I don't know. I typed it up, and there's the first thing that popped up.
No, Grand Blue Fantasy is not a mobile game. Grand Blue Fantasy is a PS4 exclusive. Big Mike, don't lose a life, bro.
I typed in Grand Blue Fantasy, and it came up right here, and it says Game Informer. And 48 minutes ago, Grand Blue Fantasy Relink, no longer developed by Platinum Games. Published today.
Watch this.
Grand Blue Fantasy, a popular Japanese mobile RPG game.
Big Mike, you're about to lose this life, but here we go. Let's pull up the video, okay? Let's get this life lost real quick. Let's get this. No, don't hold on. Stay right where you at, Big Mike. Let's do this, okay? All right, you tag me, bet. All right, so this is
it is for PS4. I'm reading the blue highlights.
Okay, Platinum Games right here. Let's blow it up so people can see this game. Now this shit looks dope as fuck. You know, look at this shit. Let me check Twitter, bro. I'm checking it right now, Frozen.
Yeah, make sure you're not playing like Aim the Sound.
Am I playing? I got it low. Here we go.
I think that's usually.
Oh, I see.
When you're playing like the music and the sound from them.
Okay, so Side Games is taking it over entirely. Now, does this look like a mobile game to you, Big Mike?
It doesn't look like a mobile game. It said PS4 now. I read it.
Okay. All right. Well, let's get this out the way.
You took my life already.
Yep. No, I didn't. There we go. Let's get to some battle in this shit.
Let's go back. This will be PS4 exclusive there, Terry.
Yeah, PS4 exclusive, but I think they said rumblings of PC as well.
I know she's over there face palming just like, PS4.
Honestly, though, I've heard that this may be PC bound too, because you know, why not?
Yeah, see that's another thing right there you brought up. Bayonetta 3. We haven't heard anything else from Bayonetta 3. It's almost been a year.
Only thing I heard about Bayonetta 3 was that it was going to be
on the Switch.
On the Switch.
That was it.
I also heard that it's coming to PC too, but that is not confirmed. There were just rumblings that it was going to be multi-plat and it was going to be the Switch and PC. Yeah, it is co-op. I think it is a co-op RPG as well. But see, this shit looks dope as fuck to me, though. I love this type of RPG. It's like Tales a little bit. Or maybe not Tales, maybe, what is the name of that fucking game? Yeah, I seen Babylon Falls. Looks dope as well. Hell yeah, wreck this motherfucker. See, this shit looks dope right here. Oh, shit. I'll let you guys check this out a little bit. Oh, shit, froze everybody. Oh, shit, yeah, kill that motherfucker. He got hella life. So, Grand Blue Fantasy. That shit's looking dope as fuck. You know what I'm saying?
This was published when?
It said Platinum always takes on multiple projects and screws them over. Yeah, unfortunately. But I love Platinum games. I think they are the best when it comes to combat mechanics. The way that they do hit detection is perfect. Capcom used to be that good. But Capcom is now hit or miss. Sometimes they get it good and it's right, like Street Fighter. And then other times they just fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Like Dead Rising or something. And so, you just got to kind of... Capcom sometimes fucks up a lot.
Yeah,
nice.
We haven't heard anything from the game since 2017 at the Game Awards.
Yeah, the Game Awards.
That's 2017.
Damn. But I say it like this though: this game, if Platinum worked on it to a certain point, like it's almost finished or something, or maybe even halfway, I think the combat would still make it. Games, what did they make? What was the games that they have worked on? I don't know if they worked on anything other than that, have they? Or did they do mobile games and shit and then said, fuck it, we're going to do PS4?
I have no idea.
I'm looking them up right now and shit. Japanese development company.
And it says...
Yeah, they are. They are a mobile... they are. I actually called it.
See? That's why I was reading the mobile game, because Side Games is mobile. And
yep, Side Games... Yep, they do. They also work with DNA. That's the company that does a lot of like mobile, like business sense, and how to do like how to monetize games and stuff like that, or make it for mobile, which is a little scary. Because I guess DNA owns 24% of Side Games, so it's just a little. It's kind of scary. I'm trying to see if they did anything outside of mobile. Project Awakening, Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, Grand Blue Fantasy, Rage of Bahamut. Okay, so a lot of these is mobile games and shit. Gotcha titles. I don't know. I don't know if that's safe. Oh yeah, with Nier, yeah. Still Platinum did the comment. Absolutely. Yeah, I'm telling you, man, they were talking about PC bound. They were saying there was going to be a console exclusive on PS4 and then PC as well. Which would be amazing. This type of RPG would fit perfect on PC. Even if you're using a controller. Like, it's just turn the motherfucking graphics up and look at them effects. You know how that go. That's some sexy ass effects. Make my nipples hard and shit. All right. Big Mike, you got anything else to say, sir, before we wrap it up?
Good. The only thing I was going to say was about that PlayStation backwards compatibility. I can't even say it. Backwards
compatibility. Say compatibility.
Compatibility. There you go.
There we go.
Was they're like I said, they're going all the way back to PS2, and which has me hyped a lot was because just think Def Jam.
Oh shit. PS2 though, they can't get. I wish they would go PS1 so I can get some motherfucking Legend of Dragoon.
I'm ready to play some Def Jam.
Definitely Def Jam though. I'll take Def Jam, but damn, they need that. What they need to fucking do. Is do some Legend of Dragoon. Like, I don't understand why this.
I would love a Legend of Dragoon remake.
You know what they need to do? They need to team up with another, team up with maybe a mixture of Square Enix and Platinum games, and have them work on fucking the new Legend of Dragoon. I think it would be dope. Dope. I would literally have a game-gasm. I would need 12 cigarettes. Breath of Fire. Oh my God. Breath of Fire would be fucking. I know Shuei said that, man. I was so pissy with him, man. Because I'm like, anybody who's like a PlayStation fan or just like old school gamer in general
Yo,
they will
shout out
tell
to
you.
4A Gamers. What's up?
What up, 4A? Just if you're an old school gamer, Legend of Dragoon is in the heart of a lot of old school gamers because that was like one of the few RPGs that, first of all, lets you control kind of the turn-based combat, as well as the powers, and the story was so expansive, and the world was so big, and it was just an amazing fucking game, and I think they can pull it off. It's old enough now to where if they did something, even if they did something new with it, it would be accepted, because just hearing Legend of Dragoon would just, goosebumps would be every fucking where. What you mean, hackers, man?
Hackers.
I don't want remakes of PS1. No, I don't want no remakes. No, I don't want a remake. What I want is a part 2. I want Legend of Dragoon Part 2. I don't want a remake. That's why I said do different things. You know what I'm saying? You know what? Honestly, I'm kind of 50-50 with Final Fantasy VII. I think it looks beautiful, but I don't understand why they made it real-time combat. Remaster, not a remake. Actually, I'm more for a remake than a remaster. Remaster is like, well, no, remaster might fit with Dragoon, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. The only thing you really need is shiny coat of paint. They should call it like Final Fantasy. You know how they do like
See, the only thing that's right now is triggering me with the Final Fantasy is it's not going to be turn based. I know Terry's excited about that, but I know she hates Final Fantasy also.
I know, but Terry's a hater. You know what I'm saying?
They're making it action based. They're making it like an action RPG. I'm like,
that's not Final Fantasy VII then.
Exactly. I'm like,
They should call it Final Fantasy Versus 7.
See,
Final Fantasy 15, a disgrace to gaming. I
wouldn't say that.
I wouldn't say that. Actually,
Final Fantasy 15 was decent in its own way, because I didn't like Final Fantasy when we started getting Final Fantasy 13. That's when I thought
Final Fantasy 13 and 13-2 was a fucking travesty.
Yeah, that was a travesty.
That was a travesty.
They did another sequel to it, the Return of Lightning. I'm like, why is she getting 3 sequels? I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah. You know what? I have to disagree with you, Frozen, man. I love Final.
Truth. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I love Final Fantasy X, but now I'll give you this: Final Fantasy 12 to me, I think, is at the bottom, and then it goes 13-2, then 13. As far as the worst ones in the series, I did not like Final Fantasy 12. I thought that was the shittiest thing ever created. Final Fantasy 10 was amazing. I'll give you this, Frozen. The writing for Final Fantasy X, some of it was cringy. I give you that. But the battle system was amazing in 10.
I loved it.
That weight system, summons, that shit was dope as fuck. I think my favorite is probably Final Fantasy X. I love Final Fantasy IX. Those two about tie for me. Final Fantasy VII is kind of I loved it, but I thought 9 was better than 7. Final Fantasy 3 for Super Nintendo. I think it was 6 in Japan. Love Final Fantasy 2 for or Final Fantasy 3. No, 2 for Super Nintendo. One of my favorites for sure.
Yep. I'll definitely probably get depending on the price. I'll probably get the Final Fantasy 7 on the Switch just for shits and giggles. I love Final Fantasy 7. That to me, Final Fantasy 7. 7 was God tier to me.
7 was God tier. Oh shit!
7 had the best fucking story. It sucked me in.
7 had the best story for sure.
And I thought to me, it had the best fucking villain.
Absolutely, and it had the best bosses too. The bosses was wrecking your shit too, man. In Final Fantasy 7, that shit was hard as fuck.
It had my favorite villain of them all, Sephiroth.
Sephiroth is the beast.
That dude was a beast.
Dude, that shit was hard as fuck, man.
And he didn't give a fuck about nobody. He's
nothing.
Dead. He's dead.
He didn't care if you was a main character or not.
He wanted genocide.
Hold on. 6 better than 7? No. 6 actually. 6. You talking about for Super Nintendo in Japan, or actual Final Fantasy 6? Because I know it's weird with which one is actually 6. The one for Super Nintendo, or are you talking about that PlayStation one? SNES or PlayStation Frozen? Okay, PlayStation. No, that game was. That story was so cringy. I just could not get. That story did not pull me in at all. The battle mechanics were kind of good, but no, that game was like not better than fucking 7. But I still think and you may hate me for it, Frozen, but I think I like 9 better than 7. Even though 7 may be God tier, I thought 9, just that narrative was so touching. I loved Final Fantasy 9. I can tell you my brother hates Final Fantasy, so he with Terry. Yeah, he's a hater. He's with Terry. Primetime is with Terry. He's not a fan. Yeah, and I love Final Fantasy. I hate 13 too. I hate 13. Honestly, and I'm probably going to lose a life for this. I might as well take it right now. But I did like X2.
Oh, God. I
know, man.
Take another life for me. I couldn't stand fucking Final Fantasy X2. Oh.
6 is better than 7 only because their favorite YouTuber said that.
Bro, you need to come out here on the show right now and take his life.
Listen, if that YouTuber says 6 is better than 7, then that YouTuber is fake news.
Fake news.
You know what I'm saying? That's why you're in the right place, Frozen. Because we tell you right now, 6 is nowhere near 7. But I still like 9 better than 7. And I love Final Fantasy X, or X, I should say. I hated Final Fantasy 12. I hated 13. I hated 13-2. I hated Final Fantasy Lightning Returns. I actually liked Final Fantasy 15, but I felt like they strayed super far from what Final Fantasy is. I did like Final Fantasy 15, but it wasn't the best, for sure. I was going to say, man, let them know, Frozen. You know what I'm saying? X2, and you can swap out, like, I think the dress spheres or whatever. I mean, it was campy as fuck. The story was campy. It was like singers and shit. But you know what? I still thought the graphics was great. I still thought the graphics were great for that time. The battle mechanics were good, and the monster collector was fine. It just wasn't the greatest. But I still liked X2. I was like, yeah, these bitches can fight. You know what I'm saying? They was fighting.
The main thing that put me off for it was the fucking armor. It was clothes.
Dress spheres. Remember they had the dress spheres where you just switch out the dresses. God. Shut the fuck up, man. You gotta be secure in your manhood, Big Mike.
That shit was retarded.
Frozen, tell him. He need to be secure in his manhood.
I'm fine with my manhood. I don't mind playing as the ladies and shit, man. You know me. Look, I'm over here playing Senran Kangoro and playing with girls' titties.
Oh! And they're also 16. We need Chris Hansen.
I don't like playing, that Japanese.
We need Chris Hansen. Hi, I'm Chris Hansen. Have a seat, Big Mike. I got a couple questions. I gotta ask you a question, Big Mike. What are you doing here today? What was your plan? Hey, Big Mike, I got another question for you. Do you have condoms in your pocket?
Nah, I'm good.
You're good, huh?
Yeah, I'm good.
So this doesn't look good. You know how this looks, Big Mike. I'm telling you, man. We're going to be calling him Big Mike from Subway.
Probably.
Mike playing too many trash games. Yeah, he got the trash out gene, but you know how that go. He playing that Senran shit with the 16-year-olds with big-ass titties. I told him, man, your PC about to be hacked, man. You about to get checked. FBI going to bust your shit and be like the upper room. No, but for real, X was lit, man. It just wasn't the greatest, but it was still good. I thought it was a great RPG. I think Tales and Frozen probably motherfucking unsub, but don't, man. But if I'm comparing to like favorite RPG series of all time, probably Tales. I love the Tales series. Well, it's Final Fantasy and Tales kind of tie. Maybe Tales nudging it just a tiny bit. Just because I like some of that type of real time mechanics, like Street Fighter kind of. So I kind of like that dynamic where you had to kind of plan out your attacks. But like I said, man, that doesn't take anything away, man. I love Final Fantasy. I love that series. Still a huge fan of the series, even with Square Enix, aka SquareSoft soft failures. I'm still a huge fan of the series. Huge fan. No, best RPG of all time, Mario RPG. I'm saying it right now. Mario RPG, best RPG of all time. You agree with that one, Frozen? Mario RPG.
It was a good RPG. I would say it's the best over time.
Hold on. Symphonia is probably the best in the series. I give you that. Me and my bro played that. I loved Vesperia. Tales of Destiny 1 and 2. I loved. I actually like Berseria, though. Berseria is absolutely amazing. I love the protagonist is so filthy. She's not a good person. You said best RPG of all time, Chrono Trigger? Fuck! Chrono Trigger was so good. Let's see, Chrono Trigger, Mario RPG. I don't know. Both of those are like dear to my fucking heart. Like, it is. It's like adolescent gamer. You know what I'm saying? It's like just
showing your age, huh?
It is. It's showing up. Frozen's age too. Shit, me and Frozen both need to tuck our shit in. What are my top 4 games of all time? Chrono Trigger. Absolutely. Chrono Trigger probably is one of the best games I've ever played. I love Chrono Trigger.
You know what? You know what else I'm paid for? Tomorrow.
Huh? What's up with tomorrow?
Tomorrow we're about to see some more Mortal Kombat 11 characters that they have announced.
Oh, shit.
That takes place at 3 o'clock tomorrow. PM.
Ooh. Damn, I'm not gonna be available for it. Fuck.
You got tingly, didn't you? You're like, woo!
I did. I felt it. Let's see. Frozen. Top 4. Chrono Trigger, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Pokemon Red, Zelda Link to the Past. Boy, man, you need to hang out, Frozen. We need to hang out, man. You said you're a PC guy, man. You have to add me on Steam, bro.
Zelda Link to the Past was a great RPG game.
One of the best in the series. I love Link to the Past. It was so fucking put together very, very well. One of my favorites.
I didn't care too much for Ocarina of Time.
Oh my God, blasphemy, man! Ocarina of Time was amazing too.
I'm going to get into it, but Link to the Past was my favorite.
Majora's Mask was good too. That shit was creepy with that moon.
It was good. Majora's Mask.
Majora's Mask is good. I didn't like Legend of Zelda Link's Adventures 2. That shit was trash. That side-scrolling Legend of Zelda, that shit was garbage. And then I played Legend of Link's Adventures, I think, on CDI. Somebody had a CDI and they let me play it. It was fucking trash.
Nah, we ain't shouting those people out. Those people are idiots.
No. Who? Shout out who?
He said, shout out to the people who are comparing Zelda Breath of the Wild to Crackdown. They're saying Crackdown looks better than Breath of the Wild.
Who said that shit?
Trolly Xbox people.
That's not even Xbox people. That's like an idiot. You know what I'm saying? Like, who the fuck is saying that shit? Who the fuck is saying that shit? That is a true idiot.
I said...
What? Listen... Crackdown 3 will be fucking terrible. I'm telling you right now.
It's a travesty.
sometimes you just know. Like, you know how sometimes when people say, well, you got to play the game first to really know if it's shitty. You know what? It doesn't happen often, but sometimes you just know that a game is trash. You just know it. You just look at any videos, you can see everybody's reaction when they finally get their hands on it, and you can kind of take what they say and kind of ball it together and kind of get a general consensus of what the game is. I can tell you right now, Crackdown 3's hype is fucking at 0%. There's nobody other than dudes who's clickbaiting is saying Crackdown 3 is going to be anything. You look in these shitty ass Facebook groups with these crumb ciders and shit. You look on Twitter with these moist ass Xbox dudes and shit. Listen, that's all to bait you. They want to have that argument. I'm with you. I'm with you, Terry. That's fair, because when you think about it, Crackdown 3 was like, it's got a campaign. It's like the story and shit. So that part could actually be it's a 50-50 thing. If they don't make it too repetitive and the story is good and old boy does a good job as the main protagonist, then Terry Crews, because I love Terry Crews, it could be dope. You said Mass Effect 3's multiplayer. Absolutely. Let me tell you something. You know what else multiplayer looks better than that? Stick fighter. You know what I'm saying? Like when you can auto target through a building, that's instant trash. They should be blessed. Microsoft's being helped by Nintendo and they need help. Well, you know.
I was watching another video of Crackdown 3, and if you watch the video, there's no shadows on the NPCs, dude.
No shadows on the no shadows, and no shadow casting on the ground that you walk on.
Yeah, there's no shadows on the car either. I'm like, what the fuck?
The fuck is this shit?
And if you look at Crackdown 2 and compare it to Crackdown 3, you're like, what is this hot garbage?
Crackdown 2 looked better. I don't understand what happened. What happened?
Crackdown 2 looks 10 times better than the fucking Crackdown 3.
Oh, we think Crackdown 3 looks like
Power to the cloud. 12 Xbox Ones.
Those buildings were so fucking shitty. I'm gonna do this and pull up this last thing and then we'll end it. But I just want to do that Crackdown 3 multiplayer real quick, so you see how trash garbage this shit is. Let me pull this shit up for everybody. Far Cry New Dawn, definitely hyped for that, even though it's cash grab. I love that narrative for Far Cry 5, and I'm definitely interested in continuing that.
What's happening, friends? Ryan
Let me turn this shit down so we don't get fucking debated.
Debated.
You know what I'm saying? I don't want to get debated.
Yeah, that's the best thing to do, is just turn them down, and that way you can talk over the video. At least you can show the video off.
Yeah, so this is Crackdown 3's multiplayer. We talked about it on the show on Saturday. What is this shit? Remember when they first showed it? And they showed like the actual city, and it was a sprawling city, and they showed two dudes fighting, and he destroyed a whole building, and it was coming. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember it. Actually, if I remember right, it was like yesterday or a couple days ago, Frozen tagged me in the pre-alpha footage, and it actually looked amazing.
It looked amazing. It was like an actual city. It was like a full-blown city that was destroyed.
I was expecting that, and then we get this. I'm like,
this looks like a training level, like a simulator level. Like, look at this shit. This is like this.
Doesn't even look like a city or towers.
It's like I'm playing. It's like Rocket League with guns. Like, I don't know what this is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what was promised. You know, this is some trash right here, man. Like, this is
I know Terry thinks all the time. I know people think all the time that I shit on Xbox, but I'm not. I just want them to do better next gen. This gen was bad. It disappointed me.
Bad business practices and bad decisions on games is kind of where Xbox is right now. You know what I'm saying? But they did buy some published developers and shit. some in-house developers. So, things could be looking up for them. But
like I said, I'm looking forward to them next gen to see what they got.
But this right here, like, I'm telling you, Frozen, even though I got Microsoft's fucking, what is it, Xbox Game Pass, I have the Game Pass.
I renewed my Game Pass. The try.
It comes out the same day. What the fuck? Anthem. I'm tripping. It's late.
It's gonna be DOA.
This comes out the same day Anthem comes out.
And don't forget Jump Force.
Oh, a Jump Force. You know who's not going to be playing this? Everybody else.
It's going to be DOA.
Multiplayer is. When you load in the multiplayer and it takes you 20 minutes to queue up, you're going to be mad as Fizzuck with this shit.
And they say the when the destruction hits you, it doesn't hurt you.
It's like cardboard. Look at that shit. The dudes are literally auto-targeting like 800 feet away and mid-jump through a building. Like, what's the point of skill then? All you need to do is make sure you got left trigger held down. Like, that is just fucking garbage. Microsoft does. But here's the thing. Microsoft needs to put money into it. Just because you buy studios, you don't want to just say, hey, we bought you, now do something. Microsoft, you're going to have to fucking put some real money into it. Microsoft got... What people don't understand is Microsoft is not just Xbox. You know what I'm saying? We're talking Windows. You know what I'm saying? This is a worldwide, fully adopted type user interface for businesses. Microsoft's business is probably one of the most lucrative in the world. Xbox division, not so much. But they need to put money. You need to take some of that Windows money and just let your new devs run wild. Give them the resources they need. Let them have all the fucking creativity. Don't stifle shit. Once you do that, Xbox gonna be beastly. That's if they do that. That's if they do that.
We want this done. This is what we need done.
Right. We want the shareholders said that you need to have. Fuck the shareholders. You know what I'm saying? Because what they don't know is they're old-ass white dudes. They not gaming. You know what I'm saying? They only see Microsoft as an investment. They don't care what they do as long as it generates revenue, and they can give a fuck about the gaming division. So they're the last people you want to ask for any type of gaming advice from. You know what I'm saying?
I mean that's one thing why Sony's exclusives are written so successful. They give you the money. I mean, look like Spider-Man 3. I mean, not Spider-Man 3, but Amazing Spider-Man on the PS4 Pro.
They gave the devs money. They said here's the money. Do what you want to do. They didn't say tie the game into the movie or none of that. They said this is what we're going to do. We're going to let y'all do what y'all want.
And you know what blew my mind? And it'll blow your mind too? It took them 3 years to make the game, where this took 6 years.
And you know why it only took them 3? Because they had the money. You see what I'm saying? They had the manpower. Sony was like, you know what? We sold enough earphones. We could put some money into this shit. and because you got to remember, Sony isn't just games either. These companies that have, only one that's truly like a game company is Nintendo. Mm-hmm. They're the only ones who really, their whole profit margin is based on what they have out at that moment. And Nintendo's main philosophy is gaming. They're the only really true gaming conglomerate out of the big three. Oh, for sure, they do need to come to PC. I want every game. I want Mario Odyssey to come to PC. I want every game. I want literally every game that has ever come out in the world to come out on PC.
What the fuck is this? I
know. I don't know what the fuck that was. That was like somebody was Thanos triggered at the multiplayer. They should have bought Deep Silver. Nah, Deep Silver. Listen, Deep Silver. They interviewed Deep Silver about like being joining like a company or like doing some sort of partnership. And I kind of agree with what they said. They said that they believe in full control of creativity. And I know Sony is kind of good, I say for the most part, with creativity, but Sony is still Sony. They're still a corporate conglomerate. That's for the dollar. So some things they do control. But when you're an independent publisher or a third-party publisher, nobody can tell you shit other than the rules of the system. That's it. So I hope Deep Silver doesn't get bought because I want another, what the fuck is the name of that goddamn game? The fake Grand Theft Auto.
That's fake Grand Theft Auto.
What is it called? It's called Saints Row. I want another Saints Row. Yeah. And I also want they bought what is I'm just this late. I'm like trying to think of the name of these games. What's that one by Big Huge Games, Big Mike, the one we both like? Kingdoms of Amalur. That's what it is. They need to work on the next Kingdoms of Amalur. That will be a day one purchase for me. That will be a day one fucking purchase for me. All right. Let's do this, Big Mike. Let's get the fuck up out of here, dude. It's getting late, dude. All right, guys. Thank you for hanging out with us. We did kind of like a mini podcast up in this bitch. Shouts out to Frozen. Shouts out to Dave. Shouts out to Cool Cat Terry. Shouts out to 4A. Shouts out to all the lurkers. We see y'all. We see you. We see you. All right, guys. Thank you guys for checking us out. Thank you for watching. We love you guys. Thank you for keeping the chat lively. You can catch us at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. You're right in the right place on youtube.com/The Platform Live. You can also catch us on Twitch at twitch.tv/The Platform Podcast. You can catch us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Spank Bang, Pornhub, all of that shit. You can catch us on every goddamn thing. And you know what? We're out. You got anything? Like any last words, Big Mike?
No, I'm good.
All right. Frozen. Our bet's still on, bro. Our bet is still on, man. So if 3 months, if it ain't dead, you know I'm bringing you on the show so you can do that karaoke. All right, guys. Peace out. We love you. Bye.